Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Baddison Intuitive Tarot. In today's reading, I'm taking a look at both your romantic love life for the last half of July 2025 and general messages, focusing on career, personal growth, your mindset, and any spiritual messages want to come through for you. That will be time-stamped in the description box below the video if you just want to beeline to the general messages. For those who are looking for love and want to know what's going on with you and your person this week, that's right now. Please tap into the energy of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placement. Who's heading towards Aries for the last half of the month with romantic intentions, and what can Aries expect? Just remember, Aries, I do get pretty nosy in these readings. I don't hold back and I don't sugarcoat, so please only take what fits and leave what doesn't. Aries, love for the last half of July 2025. 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this deck for my awesome Aries. All right, so the person heading your way around this time frame, what are their feelings for you deep down? We have the Queen of Wands, which is Aries' court card. So with the Queen of Wands being this person's feelings for you, they're pretty much saying that you are magnetic, you are someone that gets a lot of attention whenever you walk in a room, you just command attention effortlessly. This person feels like you're a very confident person, you know your worth. And did I say incredibly gorgeous or handsome? This person really does find you very good looking. All right, the Queen of Wands gets that reputation. What's their intentions with you for the rest of July? We have the 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 of Wands is working overtime to get something accomplished. So they may feel like they have to work harder than the next person to get your attention or to get something to work out with the two of you if you guys are already coupled up. But it's someone that is intending to put in the work, put in the physical, mental, emotional, whatever labor to get close to you or to maintain that closeness. Remember, the Queen of Wands gives off that confidence. To go towards the Queen of Wands, you really got to be pulling in your A game. Okay? Let's take a look at their behavior towards you for the last half of the month. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, Aries, someone's really into you. And I've been getting that for the last few reads, the last couple months. Someone's been like laser focused on you. The Ace of Wands as behavior and actions, that's the action of creating a spark with somebody. So this could be someone new in your life and you guys are realizing that you guys have this spark together, this chemistry together, or someone has already been in your orbit and now they're just trying to get your attention a little bit more stronger this time around. So they might be working harder this time around to let you know, hey, I'm here. I'm hoping you see me and all the effort I'm putting in to getting to know you and to pull this off. All fire energy, and we are stepping into Leo season within the next few days. And Leo season may be a really good time for you guys to really see where this could go. Okay, it feels fun, it feels new. It doesn't feel like this is an ex or anything like that. I mean, it could be. I still have to clarify. How does Aries feel about this person? Aries, stop. Really? The 8 of Cups. With your feelings being the 8 of Cups, why am I still doing that? It's a new camera. Anyway, the 8 of Cups being your feelings tells me that you kind of got your back turned to this person. Whether it's because you're looking at someone else and you don't even see this person coming, you don't even know that this person's even there, which could explain why they have to work a little extra harder to get you to notice them, or there's something else going on. All right, I'm going to have to clarify this because I was not expecting you to say this. I don't know if what this person is doing to get your attention is just not cutting it, or there's something about them that turned you off. We will see. We will see. What is the blockage for Aries this last half of the month? The 3 of Swords. That could be saying that some of you, Aries, you may be still healing from an old relationship and not aware that this person is showing you a lot of interest or effort, or you may have some sort of suspicion that maybe this person is dealing with other people. Like you may be feeling like they're offering their wand to everybody. It's like, no, I don't want community wand. We'll see. Let's take a look at your potential outcome for July, and then I'll go into your advice. The Wheel of Fortune. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune being your outcome for the rest of July, that's huge. All right, because the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by planet Jupiter, which is the planet that governs success, growth and expansion. It's telling me that you're elevating, you're ascending, you're reaching a new level in your life. Doesn't have to just pertain to your love life, Aries. This could even be pertaining to your mindset, your career goals, your personal growth, things like that. Parts of you that are really trying to come out and be expressed. And that could be why someone feels like you're the Queen of Wands. You know, you may be giving off this energy about you lately that's showing me and them that you have been through some stuff and you've grown a lot, and you see the world a bit differently. You see people a bit differently. You see what you want in relationships a bit differently. And if someone's coming to you the same old way, whether they are new or old, this is your time to be like, no, that's going to keep me stuck. I want to grow. I want to expand. And this dial is focusing on a house. So I don't know if you're searching for a new house or you've been on a house hunt, but it is showing me that you've got a lot of potential to see a lot of success in your life, Aries, especially with the Wheel of Fortune being on your side. That talks about luck being on your, you know, you've got more potent energy supporting you getting what you want around this time frame. Getting everything that you want. Whether it's landing a dream job or becoming more successful in your own business. If you run your own business, most Aries that I've known run their own businesses or are meant to. Or this is you getting success in your home life. Either way, this is beautiful. For them to feel that you are the Queen of Wands and then to have that as your outcome, I wouldn't blame you for having your back turned to offers that just don't cut it. I want to give this person the benefit of the doubt, though. They just want to be a part of that energy. Let's take a look at your advice. The Four of Swords. Sleep on it. Just sleep on it. Okay? And this could also be telling you to maybe take more of a break. Okay? You may be under a lot of emotional pressure right now. You may be having a lot of people coming to you for, you know, help, advice, support. You know, Aries is that type of person that comes in with bold advice. You guys are risk takers. You guys take action towards things, and people do come to you a lot. So maybe you're just emotionally tapped out, and even if you do like this person, you're kind of like, I don't know. What is the overall energy for this? We have the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords as the overall energy could be telling me that you're having trouble trusting people right now. You're having trouble trusting people's intentions, whether it's because you do get a lot of attention and you don't trust, you know, if someone's wanting you for you, or because of the attention you get, or for the success you have, or what you have potential to becoming. You know, some people just like to piggyback off of that. Or if you're witnessing something from this person that tells you that maybe they're not to be trusted. Maybe there's been some gossip around, you know, the gym if you guys go to the same gym. Gossip at the office if you work together. Just fill in the blank. There's something going on where you're just feeling conflicted. And if this is someone that you already have been connecting to, maybe you guys had a fight. Maybe you guys had a fight. And you're just trying to sleep it off before you officially tell them, yeah, I'm not feeling this relationship anymore. After that fight, I just don't know if I can look at you the same. Let me clarify. The High Priestess is influencing the Five of Swords. This is you seeking out spiritual guidance at this time to figure some things out, whether going to your own spirit guides, your higher self, or a tarot reader. Hi. You know, you're trying to make sense of it all, okay, before making any, you know, tough decisions. All right. Let's break it down. One second, Rooney. I absolutely love this cup. My oldest daughter got it for me, I think for my birthday last year. Anyway, all right, let's start with this person's feelings. Why the Queen of Wands for how this person feels about Aries? Why the Queen of Wands? Why the Queen of Wands? Why the Queen of Wands? Six of Wands, but it did like a little spinny thing, which kind of told me it wanted to be right in the upright and in the reverse. Queen of Wands to the Six of Wands as their feelings for you tells me that this person is really making it clear that you do get noticed, whether you are aware of it or not. You might not even be aware of it. You know, sometimes the most confident person is just like in their own little world. They're not worrying about what other people think, not realizing that they are getting that attention. And I'm not just talking about people looking at you and thinking you're hot. No, I'm talking about like, you know, old people, young people, animals. They might be just attracted to your aura, the light you give off. Have you ever noticed walking into like a grocery store, you seem to notice that people just looking at you and you're like, ooh, am I wearing a stain? Is there something in my teeth? It's just, no, your energy is just radiant. You know, it's just, there's something about you. And this person's really noticing that. But as far as their feelings towards how you may feel about them, they may feel like you don't trust them. Because the Queen of Swords is now showing up, indicating that they are aware that you are also someone that uses their discernment. So that could, you know, hint at the Six of Wands in reverse, where you're kind of not enjoying all the attention that you're getting. Not all attention is good attention. Okay? You might even feel like some attention can cross boundaries. Whatever that means for you. Someone finding your phone number when you didn't give it to them. Someone lurking all over your social media and just trying to see where your hangout spots are. Yeah, sometimes the Queen of Wands can get like stalkers. But I am getting that this person is really into you. But I want to clarify that Eight of Cups. This is definitely getting to be an interesting message, Aries. You might have more than one person watching you. Why the Eight of Cups? Could be an ex watching you while also a new person. Why the Eight of Cups for how Aries is feeling for the rest of July 2025. If you've got a social media presence, you've got a lot of eyes on you. Page of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. When it comes to whomever this person is, yeah, you're interested. Page of Cups is telling me that you're interested, but only if it's reciprocal. Only if you're going to be able to receive as much as you're giving to them. Because, you know, they're telling me all these great things about you, but you're not really telling me a whole lot about them, which could mean that you haven't really like seen what they can offer you that will allow you to like really be this excited too. Queen of Pentacles tells me that you may feel like this person is very stable financially, or they can take good care of themselves health-wise. You might feel like they nurture themselves pretty well. They clean up really nice. So you do also see potential for them too. For some, this could be a same-sex connection. Okay, that's not for everybody, obviously. And then I see the King of Wands. So with the King of Wands showing up, clarifying your feelings for this person, and they have the Queen of Wands, could definitely be a fellow fire sign. But if not, you are aware that you guys have strong physical attraction for each other, and you may feel like you guys are equally yoked, but there's still something that's leaving you feeling like you got to keep your back turned just for right now. Or maybe for some of you Aries, you might have to walk away from something in order to accept what this person's offering you, and that could explain the Three of Swords and the challenge. Let's clarify it. Clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords in the challenge position. The Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. With the Ace of Cups in the challenge position alongside the High Priestess, and then I see the Emperor right underneath that, you're receiving a love offer at the end of this month, but instead of being excited about it, you may feel like you're being called to just take a step back and really reflect on things. And that's what that Four of Swords was telling you in your advice, alongside that High Priestess influencing the Five of Swords. Now, if you are dealing with a third-party situation, you may be just trying to figure out if this is something that needs to be walked away from, like, immediately to protect you from getting into anything that's going to bring you some drama. Okay? Because the Queen of Wands in the upright does not like drama. Queen of Wands in reverse loves the drama. Loves the drama. Eats it up. But you're not wanting that. So if you are aware of any third parties, you're either removing yourself from it, or not trying to get a part of it. But if there's no third-party influence, this could also be saying that you're still healing from an old situation and you're not really ready to accept this person. Clarify that Ten of Wands as their intentions. Ooh, the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Swords. This person is working overtime to offer you that Ace of Wands, which we talked about right over here, because they fear they might end up losing you if they don't, you know, show up in a way that like lets you know, hey, I'm interested, Aries. I'm willing to do my part. Don't write me off, because that would hurt me. Okay, so it feels like someone likes you a lot and is trying to prove to you that they want to get this going, and they're doing extra because they're sensing that what they're doing at basic level, baseline, is not cutting it, and that they feel like they're about to get cut out. Repeated tens. Now, if this is someone that you've been dating, this person may sense that you're losing interest and they're just trying to like get creative with how they show up for you. The Fool came out just as I was saying that. The Three of Cups, Three of Wands. It does feel like, Aries, someone's trying to switch things up, switching it up to show up in a different way. And I feel like I got that for you for your July monthly. I could be mistaken. But I could have sworn I said something to that. And that was for the July month. And this is a week ending in July. So it still ties in. But someone is really wanting to like date you. Why the Ace of Wands as their behavior? The Moon and the Ten of Pentacles. They're keeping some of their ideas of this relationship to themselves to either not put pressure on you or anything like that. But it looks like this person's hoping to achieve some sort of long-term commitment with you, but they're not wanting to talk about that just yet. Right now, they're just trying to get their foot in your door or back in your door if you turn your back on them. They're keeping some things private, but they are coming in with some fears and insecurities that what they're offering you may not be what you're wanting. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Your weekly or your end of July 2025 outcome, Aries, shows me you spinning that wheel and looking at all the offers that you have available to you, or all the options that you have to explore. One option could be to stay single. One option is to say yes to this person. One option is saying goodbye to this person. One option is to focus on your career. One option is to focus on your home, finding a new home if that's the message right there. One option could be to adopt a cat and just call it a day. Call it a day. Right? They're just letting me know that the luck is on your side. Whatever you spin, as long as you're making a decision from your heart and using your discernment and being authentic, everything's going to work out the way it needs to. Okay? Some of you really are tempted to just say, forget love right now. I'm just going to focus on me. Love is just too stressful. Clarify that Four of Swords as their advice. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Repeated fours. Your advice may be to reject this opportunity with this person and focus on your career, because your money, your career may be starting to expand in a big, big, big way, especially with that Wheel of Fortune being there. So if you're not feeling someone's love offer, because that's a love offer right there, you can just choose to be friends right now, Three of Cups, Three of Cups, or to date casually and not, you know, give them like a full-blown relationship. That's totally up to you. Totally up to you. But I feel like I have an Aries that is still trying to figure it out, so don't rush the answer. So let's get into your general messages, and who knows, this person might show up in that message. Oh wait, I still want to pull the hidden message. Hold on. Sorry. Hidden message for the one on Aries' mind if you're in limited contact or no contact. I wasn't honest about my... Rewind, learning how to read again. Baddison's learning how to read again. I wasn't honest with you about my feelings at the time. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now. It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth, but I want a new beginning. All right, now to the general messages. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to continue doing the general messages at the end. Of course, watch the general message first before giving me that answer. I haven't started the spread yet. I used to do general messages a lot, and then I stopped because everyone was begging for love readings, but I want to incorporate them again because general readings are more fun for me, to be honest, because I feel like it helps people more, and not everyone's dealing with a love connection. Okay. All right, 12 card spread for Aries. I'm not clarifying this spread unless I feel called to do it. 12 card spread for Aries for the last half of July 2025. What are their general messages? We can include career, personal growth, spiritual messages, non-romantic energies. But if a love message comes through, whatever, 2 more shuffles. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for the awesome Aries. All right, so your focus right now is Temperance, major for Sagittarius. Influencing that we have is the Lover's card, major for Gemini. The Wheel of Fortune. Look at that, it came out again. When the same card comes out, that's talking about the energy being even more potent. And you got 3 major arcanas right out the gate, which is telling me that something big is happening in your life, Aries. It's bigger than romance. It's bigger than romance, but it does look like it's got a sprinkling of it too, indicating that many areas of your life is expanding for you. We have the 8 of Cups influencing the Temperance card. We have the 9 of Pentacles influencing the Lover's card. We have the 8 of Wands influencing the Wheel of Fortune. Remember how I said big changes? Well, the 8 of Wands talks about big changes. It talks about being catapulted in a new direction, and it comes in with exciting energy, and it's fire. And that tornado reference is indicating that this may happen out of nowhere. Like you wake up one morning, boom, you just see, you know, you gain 1 million followers on Instagram or TikTok or whatnot. That was just an example. Or finding out you just got a promotion at work, or it's fun energy. It lets you know that the universe sees all the work that you're putting into yourself and sees that you're willing to do your part and meet the universe halfway, and they're just matching energy now. Matching energy. And 2222 was on the clock when I was talking about that. Okay. Beautiful, Aries. 2 of Wands, you still have a decision to make, and it's influencing the 8 of Cups of the Temperance. 8 of Pentacles is influencing the 9 of Pentacles to the Lovers. 4 of Pentacles is your advice, that's Sun in Capricorn. Capricorn rules over the 10th house, which is all about legacy, career, public image, the mark you leave on this floating rock when you pass on, what you carry down to your children and their children. This is big. This is big. What's your blockage? The Empress, your theme, Page of Swords, and the overall energy for you right now, the Hanged Man, major for Pisces. So with the Hanged Man being the overall energy for you for the rest of July 2025, Aries, this is telling me that this is a time for you to sacrifice something, to let go and let God, to let go of control over something. But there's something you might be needing to sacrifice in order to have access to what you really, really want to achieve. Whether that be making a decision to sacrifice your love life right now, to focus on your career, to focus on personal growth, and you're kind of at a crossroads with that, with the 2 of Wands, trying to figure out how you can have both. Because Aries, you're fire signs. You guys can multitask like you wouldn't believe. I'm a fire sign too. With the 8 of Pentacles influencing the 9 of Pentacles, this is showing me that you're working to improve not only yourself, but also your skills. This shows me someone really working towards perfecting something. Whether you're perfecting your role at your job, or perfecting a business that you run, or just perfecting how you show up for yourself, and it's going to reflect back at other people. The 9 of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy, or pre-Emperor. All right, we all carry masculine and feminine energy. It's pre-Empress energy, 9 of Pentacles. And the Empress is showing up in your blockage, indicating that you're still fine-tuning something to really get that Empress crown. Not saying that you're not an Empress, but in regards to some sort of specific goal of yours, you have not yet mastered it yet. And I said yet. It looks like you will though, because the Wheel of Fortune talks about mastery. There's something that you are researching around this time frame, Page of Swords. Page of Swords is you being very inquisitive, being very nosy, being very curious, really trying to learn more about something. It's going to be different for many of you Aries. This could be you learning about a new job opportunity. This could be you going back to school. This could be you, changing something up with your business that you run, changing up the branding, things like that. Either way, they're showing me that whatever this is that you're focusing on, it's in divine timing. You're meant to go through it right now. And as you step into August with that number 8 vibration, something is going to be very clear to you that you're making the right decisions and you're on the right path. Okay? So if you've been feeling like you've been distracted from your love life or distracted in other ways, like your old hobbies aren't, hobbying anymore, it's not feeling it anymore, this could be a sign that you are ascending. What used to make you excited doesn't excite you anymore. The types of connections you were making before don't feel connected anymore. It's a sign you are ascending. And that tornado is about to lift you up and take you on a ride. So you better get ready for it. But it brings in good stuff. Think of the Wizard of Oz. Dorothy was pulled out of Kansas. That boring, doom and gloomy looking Kansas scene. Nothing wrong with Kansas. I'm talking about the actual setting in that video. And then she was put on to, that beautiful colored friggin' place with the old brick road. I don't freaking know. I haven't watched that show in a while, that movie. But you get what I'm talking about. With Temperance being here with the Lovers card, they may be saying that your love life is being affected by divine timing. Who you're meant to be with may come into your life after you've reached full alignment with something that's personal for you. Like, for example, meeting the one that you're meant to marry when you're in alignment with your career, where you've mastered something in your career, or you've mastered something on your own personal journey. Okay? Or you could have that person already in your life, but things might feel a little off kilter right now because one person may be still needing to do a lot of work on themselves to really embrace personal growth. And it doesn't feel like that's you. It doesn't feel like that's you. Seven of Swords is also influencing the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords and the Tower. So some of you Aries, you're done with putting up with people's lies and deception or trying to, latch onto you because of what you can do for them. Some of you guys are very successful people, or you're very popular, or, people just, I don't know, there's something about you that people really like, and it's also going to attract the users. There's two types of people, Aries. There's takers and there's givers. Okay? When you came in with that Queen of Wands as how someone felt about you, that's telling me that you are a giver. You give the light. So you're just trying to make certain that the people that you're giving your attention to also want the same things for you. I got repeated numbers here. I got 8, 8, 8, and it's coming in on a triangle. That might mean something to you, Aries. It's coming in a triangle. I also have... Nope. That's it. That's it for the repeated numbers. We had repeated 10s earlier, and I got the number 10 here. 10s are a sign of a completion. Let me clarify that Wheel of Fortune. The Queen of freaking Cups. And look, the underlining energy is the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is influencing the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you guys are noticing that your spiritual abilities are getting stronger. Your emotional intelligence is getting stronger. Your ability to spot someone being no good news early on before you have to experience any of the damage of being with someone who's not good news. And your career, your success, or whatever you're working on is going to catapult. Congratulations, Aries. This is a beautiful read. Whoever you are, this is good. All your hard work is coming into fruition. Keep your head focused on it. And that could be why they're kind of pulling you away from love for a moment. Doesn't mean you can't do both, but I am getting that you are wanting to walk away from something. So I hope this message helped. I hope it made sense. Let me know in the comments if you want me to still continue to do these general messages after the love reading. So yeah, I love you, Aries. Namaste. Oh crap! Please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl, and if you like to book a private reading, the link to my website is in the description box below this video, BaddisonIntuitiveTarot.com. That's 2 Ds, not one for Baddison. Love you.